Welcome back, Math 20-3. Today's lesson is basically chapter 6.2, simple and compound interest. Now, as you may notice, these two are completely different type of interest, simple interest and compound interest. And yes, there will be formula, which means I'm going to divide this lesson in at least two portions. One that involves simple only, another one that deals with compounds only. And today's, I gotta say, part one, if you will, is simple interest. Now, simple interest, let's define what that is first. What is simple interest? Simple interest is basically interest calculated as a percentage of a principal. So, or principal, come to think of it, you may not know. So I'm gonna interest a certain percentage of the principal. I'm gonna do one by one. Principal, of course, we're not talking about admin of the school. When you say principal, that's a fancy way of saying it is original invested or borrowed money. So it can be anything. If you, for example, borrow $100 from a bank, then that is principal. And interest that's coming out along with it, like 0.1% per month, those kind of thing. So please understand the terminology. So if you think about simple interest, that's a fancy way of saying whatever percentage interest is technically coming out of whatever the original amount that you had. And the formula that you need to understand for dealing with any simple interest question in math is I is equal to PRT. That is a formula that you're going to use. I represent, well, interest. I put earn or owe, because the thing is, if you invest your money to the bank, like GIC, then that means you're going to earn extra moolah. However, if you borrow money, then that's the one where you need to pay, like student loan, those kind of situation. Big case P represent principal, original money, if you will. R represent interest rate, and that can be simple interest, if you will, in this case. T represent term. Term means time. How many year, how many month, those kind of thing. Term of interest. So for example, if you go to college for 4 years and then all those 4 years you're basically owing money as a loan, then that 4 year will be your term, something like that. So as you may notice, this is basically a calculation specifically for interest amount only. We're not talking about specific, so how much as a total? If you think about the total, sometimes you need to understand that that's a principal plus I, and we use alphabet A to represent that. So how much total money do I need to pay, or how much money do I totally get? Those are A. So in your textbook, page 290, you will see that A is equal to PI. Don't get freaked out when you see that letter. It is, yes, indeed rare to have a big case A in any type of formula. But in any case, that's what it is. All right. Let's do some example. Let's do example number 1. That's on page 290. All right, let's read the question. You would like to invest $5,000 in an account that offers simple interest. Calculate how much the investment will be worth at each of the following rates and terms. So you may notice that rates and term are quite different in each of the options, just for the heads up. So you are going to do some calculation based on different percentage and different year term. However, one thing that stays is 5,000 investment. So that is a principal like this. So let's do our option A. A options talk about 3% annual rate with 2-year term. So my rate is in fact 3.00%. We're going to convert it into decimal later. That's what you need to do. But term is 2-year. And the rate, something that you need to understand that is this 3% is per year situation. So you don't need to change your time. If it's month, in that case, then you need to change into year by divided by 12, something like that. So that's why ratio will play some huge role. Now, if you think about this 3%, that means 3 over 100. If you like the fraction, or simply 0.03 in a decimal, something like that. So let's do a calculation. I is equal to PRT. Start from the formula, equal to P principal, that's 5,000, R 0.03, T2, something like that. And if you punch those number in, where's my calculator? 5,000 times by 0.03 times by 2, that is equal to $300. That is how much you earn as an interest in this investment. Now, if you're talking about the total amount, then, well, A is equal to P plus I. So that's 5,000 plus 300. So $5,300 is what you have as total. There you go. That is our first option. Second option, B. B. When it comes to second option, we have 3.75% per annum over 4-year term. So let's pick up some pace for this one. P, we know that it's $5,000 times by, the percentage is 3.75, so that's 0.0375 multiplied by 4-year. So let's punch those numbers in quick. 5,000, 0.0375 times by 4. That equivalent to $750. So that means my total amount is P plus I. That's 5,000 plus 750. So $5,750 is what you have. So compared to the first term, definitely the second term have a bit more money, and that's actually no-brainer. If you think about the term itself is double the year, right? Double the term. So that's why no wonder we have about 450 differences. When it comes to C, I is equal to, it says 1.75%, so 5,000 times by 0.0175, and the term is 15 months, but like I said, it's per year, so you gotta divide that by 12 because that is, remember, per year situation. 15 month is a month. So 5000 times by 0.0175 times by 15 divided by 12 equal to 109 point, and we need to round it up, 38. It is rounded up value. So A is equal to P plus I. 5,000 plus 109.38 is basically 5,109.38 bucks. And that is my value. That is the total value. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all the question for today. Let's take a little step by step. I want you to do question on page 292 to 293. There is 3 questions. 1, 2, 3.